G'day everyone, Uncle Jojo, great to see you all again. Today I've been asked a question by Victor. G'day Vic, how you going matey? Victor's asked me about the unsightly black splotches on his ceiling. Unsightly black splotches on a ceiling are usually mould. Mould is a form of fungus. You also get mould quite often inside your silicon, in your bathroom areas, and it can be very unsightly and it can also be very unhealthy. So let's just touch on that. Mould and fungus are caused by moisture. Outside you'll always get mould or fungus growing on the south side of a house, especially on the facade or just along the ground area where the sun doesn't hit it and the moisture stays in the area for quite a long time and the humidity comes up. So humidity plus moisture equals fungus. In a bathroom, which is the most common place to get fungus and mould, is because there's not very much ventilation in the area, or there's a lot of humidity in the area, or a bit of both. So what we want to do is create an atmosphere which has got good ventilation, but it's also got low humidity. One of the best ways that we can go about doing that is by opening our windows. What I've got for you today is actually a bathroom that's put into the corner of a house that has no opening windows whatsoever, and it's got a door. You can hear, if you listen carefully, do you hear that? That's the fan going. The fan goes on as soon as the lights go on in here. But fan by itself, if I close the door, then the fan actually works at double the speed and you'll burn out the motor and everything else quite quickly. The fan has to work twice as hard to try and get that steam or moisture in the air out of the room. So if I close this door here, I've got no other ventilation in this room, and the fan then has to work twice as hard to try and get rid of all of that steam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an opening skylight. Now, let me just touch on something here. When we design a house, or when we make sure that we've got the designs of a house finalized, one of the most important things I've spoken about in the past is crosshair ventilation. Crosshair ventilation, or ventilation, is a must in a house. A house in itself is a living area, whether that be through natural stones and timbers, or it might just be because of the people living in there. And we need to make sure that we accommodate for that. Ventilation is a must. Step this way. What I've got here, and I've cut a hole in here so we can have a look up in the roof later, but we've got a single glazed, what we call a dome skylight on a flat roof. Now that is non-openable and it's single glazed. There's two problems with that. One being the harsh Australian sun. It really beats in the summer. And if we had a double glazed openable skylight in that area, what we'd be able to do is open that and help ventilate this area really well. The double glazing could also block, or would also help quite a lot with blocking that harsh summer heat. In the winter, when it gets a little bit too steamy in here, because we all love a really nice warm shower in those cold winter months, what we could do is open that and help. If we could keep this door open and keep that open, we'd have a consistent circle of fresh air coming in and out. The fan would be able to do what it's going to do properly, and it would also help with the skylight getting rid of that excess steam, especially because we've got that hole cut out, and the steam, obviously heat rising, will get stuck in that pocket area just there as well. Another thing about mould, step over this way again. Another thing about mould is it gets stuck in internal corners. Along here is between the shower screen and inside the shower base. Most importantly is to get that ventilation in here and make sure that we can get rid of that moisture in the air as quickly as we can so things don't stay wet. That's where fungus and mould get their strength from, is the moisture or the wetness that doesn't dry up quickly. So if you've got a bathroom where you've got mould coming through your silicon, or you've got a bathroom where you've got patches, unsightly patches on the roof, Victor, firstly, don't just scrape the ceilings off. That mould can be quite bad for you. Wear a face mask, get a professional in, get them to tell you what to do, or there's some very good eco-friendly cleaners that you can use Don't use eucalyptus oil on the ceiling. I swear by eucalyptus oil for a lot of things. It's a great cleaning product. It's all natural, but because it's an oil base, not many paints will take to it. So what you need to do is make sure that you clean that down properly with the appropriate cleaner, and I would suggest to get a professional in to do it, because funguses such as and mould can be linked to quite a few allergies. So you need to be very cautious of that, especially if you've got kids in the house. Once that's clean, then you can paint the ceiling itself. Watch out which paints you use. Use a low VOC, volatile organic compound paint. Dulux have quite a few really good ones, and Resine is a very good paint company. I think it's from New Zealand, and they've also got some really good low VOC paints as well, eco-friendly. Victor, hope that's answered all your questions. Got any questions or queries other than that, Vic, flick them over, and same to you, everybody else. Flick them over and I'll answer them best I can for you as quickly as I am. But until then, like always, stay awesome, and thanks for watching.